Hi, I'm Steve, and I am hooked on cruising. I wanted to provide another video to let you see sort of what's going on as far as CPAP equipment is concerned for travel purposes, and particularly trying to contrast the standard home machine that I use along with the new ResMed AirMini that I have purchased. And so I have sitting in front of me my standard machine in the bag that we typically carry with us when we're doing traveling. And then I have a separate bag here that's got the AirMini in it. So to give you some sort of an idea of what the difference is for storage capacity of what you need, things like that, to be able to take your CPAP with you while you're traveling. So to start with, this particular bag is originally from a Philips Respironics DreamStation 1 CPAP machine that has recently been recalled and replaced with a DreamStation 2. DreamStation 2 is a little bit smaller size CPAP machine, but for travel purposes, I've only had that machine for a couple of months now, but we did some traveling over the holidays, put it in this other machine because there's a bunch of other stuff besides the CPAP machine that I bring with me, and so this actually is able to handle all the stuff that we typically carry for sleep purposes for me. So to give you an idea of what we've got inside of this particular beast, open it up, we've got our tubing sitting here on top, which connects from the mask on the face to the actual machine. I have my water bottle, carrying my distilled water with me, the face mask to wear, and then we've actually got the CPAP machine itself, its power supply, and I always carry with me, since you never know what you're going to run into, a 15-foot extension cord. It's kind of extremely useful when we do cruising because typically the electrical outlet's a good distance from the bed, depending upon where you need to set the CPAP machine up. That typically gives me enough distance to be able to plug the power supply in and not be stretching everything so that I have to be sleeping on the floor to be able to be connected to my CPAP machine. Also carry with me a 3-way adapter, 3 prongs on the back side to plug in the wall, which gives me 3 outlets on the front side. This one oftentimes can be used inside a cruise cabin. Typically you only have 1 outlet in a cruise cabin, so this may work. Sometimes those are mounted like right at the desktop, which means that when you try and plug this in, it isn't physically going to fit. That's why the extension cord typically gets used on cruises. I've also got a 6-way plug that I have used from time to time, typically for standard home wall outlet. This one, I don't think I've ever been on a cruise ship where I was able to actually use this because there's no way to get both things plugged in, obviously, if you just have 1 outlet. So this one's been useless as far as cruises are concerned. It does come in handy in hotels from time to time, on the other hand. So we will end up taking that electrical stuff with us, moving to the new machine. Put this away again. Here's what the new machine actually ends up looking like. This is the case that actually came with that DreamStation 2, so it's a little bit smaller physical size. The only thing that we have in it at this point in time is the ResMed AirMini. From a comparison perspective, that's what the size looks like. So you can get almost 3 of these in the same space that the older machine takes. So you've got that guy, the tubing, mask, and the power supply, which comes with a 6-foot cord. Those things fit very easily into this particular case, and so we will probably end up using this for traveling. And we've got plenty of room inside of it to still be able to put in the extension cord and the other electrical outlet adapters that I've got, and make everything fit just fine. So we'll end up shifting to this one, I think, when we're moving to the new travel machine. We'll be testing out that machine over the next week or so to see how that works out. But in general, it looks like it should work pretty well for us. Besides the physical size difference, obviously with the machines, there's a weight difference, which in particular is noticeable when you're carrying that stuff around with you. 2 places where you end up doing that, which we've run into on occasion. running through airports trying to get to the next gate because you didn't have enough time between the connecting flights, and anything that's holding you back as far as weight that you're trying to carry with you is a hindrance. And so trying to avoid carrying too much stuff is a good thing. So this guy, fully loaded with a full water bottle in it, weighs in at about 7.5 pounds. When I pick up the electrical stuff over here and put it in this with the smaller machine, it's going to weigh in at about 3.5 pounds. Doesn't sound like a whole lot of difference, but when you're trying to either lug that on your back or on top of your suitcase, trying to get from one place to another in a hurry, that much weight difference can make a difference for you, particularly if you got to run from terminal A to terminal B to be able to get to where you need to go. So from a space consideration, this looks like a much better choice, much more compact, much lighter weight. Don't need to worry about bringing a water bottle with me because it uses its own means of humidification with the tubing and everything that's provided for it. So looking forward to be able to give this test drive here at home before we actually use it on our next cruise coming up next month. That should cover the information for this particular video. So have fun cruising out there. If you have any information you'd like from us, feel free to put something into the comments, and we'll be more than happy to answer those questions or comments you might have for us. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, make sure that you can get updates as we have more information available. And otherwise, that should do it for today. So we will see you later.